Hi, so my name's Carrie, and I realise that I haven't really done an introduction or a vlog about myself. Well, not for a long time, and I spoke about my story of becoming a mum and giving birth to my son, but not really about myself. And I know there's a lot of people asking who have found my videos and said they don't know who this person is, so I thought that I would do a vlog about myself to talk about me and so you get to know me a bit better. So, my name's Carrie, and I am 37 years of age. I am a mum, and I'm a stay-at-home mum Monday to Friday, and I work weekends at an entertainment company in customer service. And I also write a blog at carrieshandmadelife.com, which is soon to be changed because I'm collaborating it along with this YouTube channel. And I've also written 2 books, The Parenting Ventures and Not a Lonely Walk to Happiness, which was my second book that I published this year, and I'm writing quite a few at the moment. I don't know which one will be, so I'm just putting the ideas together at the moment, and then once I get the ideas, then I will create them into a book. And one bit of advice, people have asked me, when they've seen that I publish books, I'd love to be able to do that. I don't do it. It's very easy, and it's something that I always wanted to do. What I would say is write a skeleton draft first. Someone I remember listening to the Mac, and he was on Sky Arts, and he was talking to about being some university students doing studying in acting, drama, and he said that the best thing to do writing is to write something. Writing something is better than nothing. And once you've written something down, then you can build it, but you've got to get it down on paper first. And I've kept that tip, and that's what I do. One of my books, I've even structured it, so I've kind of put what's going to be in each chapter, and then as I've done that, I've then helped me to write the story. And it may take 5 or 6 different drafts. I mean, I edit my last book. I edited it about 5 or 6 times just to make sure it was, how I wanted it. Obviously, the grammar, the spelling was correct, and making sure that people need to make it believable. And when you write a character, imagine that you're seeing that character in front of you, and get into the character. What is she thinking, feeling, smelling, wearing? What colour's her hair? What colour's her eyes? Skin type. What is she? Tall? Is she small? Petite? Is she? Is she? Is she slim? Is she? I have to be careful because I don't want to offend anybody. Is she, a larger sized woman? Is she does she have an accent? Is she from England? Is she American, etc. And I found once I get the main character in my head, or main characters, then I can then form the story. And so that's a bit about my writing. So, and also I love crafting. I've been very into, since watching YouTube, I've been inspired by so many people. I've started to create my own planners, DIY planners, and Project Life books, because I love crafting, and I love it even more now than before, and planning, even my planners and my follow facts. My real love of saving money, wherever I can save money on shopping, clothes, I will do so, because, and I mean, it's not that price matters to me. It's just that I like to look after my money, but there have been times when I have gone a bit, when my budget has slipped low. I go through phases where it will slip low, and then I'll try and get back up to scratch again. And I find that that's exactly how the issue I have with food. And and they're still having that battle. But I'm starting to realise that actually it's all to do with how you think about it. And so I am trying to change my relationships with money and with things in general. Like, I mean, I've got my exercising up to scratch now. I exercise every day, and that's something that I battled with for a long time. But now I've got it into a structure that it's really working for me. And so it's just doing the same thing with the other things that I need to work in my life, and that's something that I've learned about life. It's all about learning and building, and I think how I see things now, being 37, is completely different to how I saw them when I was 20 or when I was 18, 16. You do see things differently as you get older. I think you do become wiser as well, because you do become aware of a lot more. But in terms of myself, I from London. I lived in West London, Hammersmith, Fulham, that way. I went to school in Hammersmith, and then I started going to school in Westminster in London. And but I now live in Surrey with my husband, who I've been with for I have to work this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've been together for about 15 years now, and we'll be married 10 years next year. So, and obviously at like 9 years. And my son was born 2 years ago, premature. But he's been the greatest gift that I could ever ask for in life, and I do plan to have another child. But when that happens, I don't know. I just want life to take its own course now. I'm someone who likes to plan a lot, but sometimes you just have to be prepared that sometimes things don't always go to plan, and it's always good to have a different plan A, B, and C, and be ready for the things that change in life. And I was someone that found it very difficult to adapt to change, but now I'm realising that change is not always a bad thing; it's a good thing, and it's just your life taking a new cycle, ready for the next chapter. So I don't get so what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't get so worried and anxious about change, and brace it now a lot more than I used to, because I am one of these people that have to have things in a certain place, or I struggle with certain areas, like the guest room, which is like my office. I'm constantly battling with it because I've got so many ideas going in my head that I'm constantly trying to create them. But then what happens is I create mess. And it's trying to balance my ideas as well as balancing the mess that I create. I'm sure there's people out there that can relate to that. And if anybody's got any advice for me on that, please tell me. Because all help and information, is very welcome, because I do struggle with that. But I do consider myself an organised person. I do like to have things in certain places, because I do get very, I feel very disorientated when things are not, when I have to search for things. I hate having to search for things. And and that's why I have become a lot more organised than I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I was terrible. I was so untidy. And as soon as my mum and dad reminded me about tidying my bedroom, I would literally shove things in the drawers and wardrobe and cupboards. But now, and I think it is different when you have a child of your own and when you have a home of your own. You realise it's not about you anymore. It's about you and that little person, and you have to change things. So, and it's true. I mean, I watch a lot of sort of what would I call it, life coaching. I read a lot of life coaching books and videos on YouTube where they talk about, building success. And it's true what they say, that when you think that you don't have time, you'll never have time. But if you think that there's always enough time, you will have enough time. So, and I have to remind myself a lot of the time that, things don't get done when I'm trying to do 25 things at once. Things get done when I do one. It's okay to do one thing at a time. Not always good to multitask, because that's where you can get overwhelmed and nothing gets done. So, and that's why I plan. That's all. I always try and achieve something a day. I have what I call windows of time now, where for example, when my son's asleep, I know I have that time of getting something done. So I think, what can I do in that time? So I will, like the other day, like on yesterday, that's when I get my ideas, when I'm walking, when I'm out with my son, walking, or when I'm walking to and from work. That's when the idea is, and this is when the idea of doing this video came along. When I was walking, I thought, I haven't even introduced myself in on these channels, so I thought, well, let's do a video on that first before I do anything else. Introduce myself, have people get to know me first, and then and it's the same with my other ideas, like yesterday, because I'm creating another book, another issue of my book, The Parent Adventures, but it's going to be from 10 months to 2 years. Talk about my experience of being a mum for the first time. Again, because I've found that reading and listening and sharing stories with other people, listening to other people's stories has really helped me. So that's why I created this book. And I came up with the idea yesterday of writing a book from a book. I thought, right, okay, the time I got back, my son was asleep, so I got him upstairs, laid him down, had to take his coat off, his shoes off, and blah blah. And then I thought, right, let's get that done. So I did. Wrote that down, and then I managed to get some other bits done as well. Get another video uploaded. So, I always think, what can I do today? And but I just want to use this video to, something I'm rambling on, but I want to use this video to introduce myself, for you to get to know me a bit more. And if you like these videos where I talk about, about who I am, and there's questions you want to ask me, and I mainly vlog video about my life. It's called Carry Through the World, because this is my world, and I like to share, things I've bought, hauls, being a mum. I did a video, and I'm going to do another one where I talk about mother and baby products I've used that may help other mums, because there's so many choices out there, so sometimes it's hard to know what to buy. Sharing what meals I make for my son, what I make for myself, recipes, because I love cooking and baking. And I try different recipes, try and learn new recipes quite a lot of the time. So about organisation, I've been doing Autumn Clear Up, because that has helped. Doing a regular clear up, out with the old, in with the new, really helps. And so I like to vlog a video about that too. And just sharing parts of my life. That is part of my real world. So that's why it's called what it is, and that's what my videos are about. The things that I enjoy watching other people sharing, and so I want to share that too and give back, because I have been inspired so much by those on YouTube that it's really encouraged me to do the same, because if I can inspire at least one person, or 2 people, then I know that is worth doing, because there's a lot of negativity when it comes to social media, but there's a lot of positive out there as well, and the more we use it in a positive way, the more it will stop the people who use it in a negative way, because it is part of the world now, and we should embrace it instead of complain about it. I'm going to leave that there. But I will, if you would like to see more videos like this where I just talk, if you'd like to ask something about my fitness, because I do love exercising, been sharing this week on my circuit training, my fitness and beauty week, my DVD week. I also take part in running and walking events because it's something I like to do, raising money for charity, challenging myself. So if there's something that you'd like to ask me about that, please do. Remember just to click the like button if you'd like to see more. And please comment below. Tell me what inspires you. You know, things that help you to clear up the mess. And just ask me. You know, if you want to ask me about, about about organising and about managing my life, then please do so. And please share me your stories as well. I love listening to other people's stories and what they do. So please share. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. So take care, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.